Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, I want to talk a little bit about the BattleTech 1.3 and Flashpoint. And BattleTech, the game in general. Many of you already know I'm not too familiar with the lore and all of that thing. I know about it as much as I know about Warhammer. To be honest, I think I know a little bit more about Warhammer than I know for BattleTech. But I do enjoy giant robots punching itself. And, well, when I look it up and see there was a shit ton of novels and stuff, I said, well, that can be fun. And when this game came out, I got a little bit disappointed, I'm not gonna lie, because really, my major problem with the campaign was it didn't deliver. It really, really didn't deliver. The emotional speech on the beginning of the campaign fell literally flat because there was no the impact. And sorry, this video will contain larger spoilers, so you were aware now. Be aware if you don't want the spoilers for the game. Like, go watch something else. Go watch the career mode let's play. They only gonna be 6 episodes long because there will be a reason. I'm gonna put the reason on this video too, but let me explain the main thing here. The emotional value on the speech in the beginning of the campaign for BattleTech literally say it's about the compromise and the then Kamea did, and during the game there is not a thing about that. There's no thing. She does not do any moral bad moral decision except for one off screen. Then it's more justified than anything because, well, without few soldiers don't fight, and without soldiers fighting, they going to all die. So yeah, it can be very excused, and the fact is, there's no point. The campaign doesn't go anywhere, and the characters, all of the characters that you have, literally fall flat. Each point they raise fall like 2 or 3 minutes later because they don't have enough dialogue. You don't pass enough time with they, so you would care about it. There is the point when Lord Madeira, I don't give a fuck, the sidekick for Kamea got kidnapped, and I said, sure, why do I fucking care for him? Yeah, he was there on my ship, and yeah, he talked about propaganda. He was a cool guy, and I kinda didn't give a fuck about him. The reason why I kinda didn't give a fuck about him is because there's no dialogue. There's no fuck off. Oh, you'll have like 3 or 4 dialogues between all the missions, and it's not like in every mission after every major deployment. And let's us remind you, there's not many deployments. There's like 17 to 18. You can include a tutorial to push a little bit further, but major deployments, major campaign missions, the priority contracts, it's almost that. And not every one of those it does a comment. There's no dialogue change for the characters. Sometimes they will pass like five, six contracts, and you will not have anything to talk, anything new. I'm not expecting Mass Effect romance options and dialogue and conflicts between crewmates. I'm just saying hey, let's talk a little bit. Let me care for why I should literally risk anything, or why I should feel bad for the guy being captured. Because I kinda really didn't. The only kind of character who does have a little bit of a motivation is Eden Jensen. Not that the name of the guy is that, but I can remember the name of the guy from the Turian, and his voice actor is the same guy from Eden Jensen, and he didn't ask for this. But he's the only fucking character who has a motivation, for fuck's sake. Kamiya does have, but Kamiya falls flat on every fucking thing. She's literally stupid. But the guy, no, the guy has a kind of reason to be stupid. His son died, and like, first, his son died. Second, a lot of people in his, like, I don't know. The second point I would bring up doesn't work, but his son died, and we kind of kill him. So, sure, we may be like, I excuse that guy, but I should think we should have built up the villains a little bit more. We should have built up, like, I don't know, I want to try to remember the name, but I can't. We should build Jensen a little bit more. Like, have some missions where you interact a little bit. Because he has all the reason to hate the main character too. Okay, Kamea was the one who was on the comms, but your lens, and in most of the cases, my own mech was there, with me personally, so I was the one who pulled the trigger to kill his son. So he should have a grudge, a special grudge against me. So I feel that we need to have a little bit more dialogue between him and your character. And I'm not gonna lie, don't need to be voice acted. I do agree that could be a compromise because I don't know, Payette and Jensen, the guy who didn't ask for this, could be very steep price. So yeah, I would totally agree. Skip on the voice acting and just put like these dialogue blocks, like sending you to hell after the end of the mission, or some communication on the between missions. And I'm going to have a point with all of this because Flashpoint could be the solution to that. And Flashpoint could be the beginning of something very beautiful for this campaign. Then, for what I see now, it's not gonna be, and that's make me a very, very sad boy. Second off is Victoria. Victoria is the bad guy who doesn't have personality, and Kamea is the good guy who doesn't have personality. To be honest, everyone doesn't have personality except the director. Then I really already forgot his name. And Adam Jensen. Those are the only two characters who have personality. Even my character, with my choices, I don't have a fucking personality. I'm literally just, or I'm a fucking asshole, or I'm a slightly less asshole, or I'm a devoted good guy, and oh. The characters on my ship doesn't have personality, and now is the moment that I'm gonna try to explain why I believe Flashpoint could solve that, and why I believe that every single expansion for this game could be the saving grace for this campaign. So, first things first, let me show you this amazing graph that I made to represent the campaign. I know it's kind of a piece of shit, but what we can do. The stripes represent some of the deployments that I will like be talking about. For example, these three ones are the tutorial missions, and they represent the beginning of the game. You don't have command of fuck all, you cannot customize fuck all, you're gonna be dealing with whatever the game throws at you, and that's it. It's the tutorial mission where you learn how to control the game. The second one is the coronation day, where you get a little bit of how the story gonna goes, and the third one is when you get your first mercenary lance. After that, I have to say, then I categorize that as a tutorial, and in my personal opinion, the game really don't start until you get the control of the Argo, because there you're gonna get your two last crewmates, there you're going to get the real ability to travel around, have different contracts, not be like closed down by a small part of the map, and all of that beautiful stuff. So, after this point, here's where I'm going to show where the real things start. You're going to have the recuperation of the Argo plus the prison mission. And from that on, you have everything. You have all the crew complete. You have full control of the game. I do believe we would need a little bit more time to introduce the flashpoints, because the flashpoints is a little. You really had to have something of a 45, 50 ton max, stuff like that. You have to have at least, in my personal opinion, the way they could introduce the flashpoint would be after you unlock the first, like the second upgrade to your lance, because with each like mech bay you have 6, with 2 you would have 12, you would have the capabilities of deploying 3 mech lances. That on itself would be interesting. Or maybe they could a little bit show a tutorial style thing, and since they are giving you during the second one, they give you a hatchet. They could even do different, because my way to solve this thing, and why I do firmly believe the Flashpoint could save the campaign of BattleTech, is because of this. I do believe a good point to start the Flashpoint, besides the fact that you would have the capability of deploying 3 lance, would be after Liberation Panzer, maybe a little bit later, but I think it's early enough then you can take advantage of it, and you would have a probability of having already a second lance, but maybe those two requirements needs to be matched, having the 2 and be after Liberation Panzer. The problem is the other big major deployment after Liberation Panzer is the liberation of the guy who died, the old man. And after that, you, in theory, has to go right for the grave robber mission, get to the start like that. Who sometimes people tend to do back to back, so that's why I believed in after Liberation Panzer and the other one, the other liberation you have to do, would be a good idea. You would have like this buffer, and you would have a little, and that's when things need to be changing. If you decide to take a flashpoint, and remember, what I'm proposing is that was what I believe and what I would do, is flashpoints be, in this case, be exclusive to the campaign. They have exclusive missions formed towards the campaign. And of course, after the game ends, after you get the whole shebang finished, get the director out, you would get the random generate, the procedure generate contracts and flashpoints. Normally, you could get those things a little bit. Of course, you would not, since they all procedure generate, it doesn't fucking matter. The lances would be more equal to your firepower. So back to the point. This would be, you choose a flashpoint, and because of that, it would delay the tick of the priority mission. Because like it or not, since you have take up job and will make you deploy multiple times, multiple mechs maybe, and probably will take damage, same for the pilots, you would have a little bit of a more buffer time. So that would be really the big effect of the game. Do this. The mission, and the big thing about these flashpoints on the campaign, they would be focused on the history. For example, the dialogue would be most focused on really just example of one of your characters. You someone attacking a pirate group, attacking a planet that one of your crewmates knows about, have lived for a while, or whatever reason, knows someone there, and for that reason, you go there and you have to defend like escort the farmers of the planet out for the place, then defend the place they are, and then attack the pirate stronghold. You see, and then because of that, you have more dialogue with this specific character after the after this moment. You get a new dialogue with him that will not be related to history and to the main campaign, but will build up a little bit of a character between. Because that's the problem. I may be a little bit of an asshole, but I think I didn't build any bond or anything. Like, I didn't care less for anyone in the ship. I care about more of my mechs than the people who were, like, making my rust bucket fly. So that's the point here. Creating the flashpoints could be used to enhance the campaign. And the problem is, apparently that didn't happen. Flashpoints are just procedure-generated contracts. Okay, they have big payouts. They are fun to do because you have to deploy multiple times. Mechs will be damaged. Pilots will get injured, and you have to adapt your strategy to that. But the missing point here, this type of thing we kind of already had. And after that,
So
like
this is a classic hunt.
after you finish the campaign, you would get your free moments to do whatever you want.
Wow.
And with the career mode being added,
difficult.
fuck, there's no other problem to add that out. But I do believe the weakest part of the game is the campaign.
There was a
They
possibility
needed to do a little bit of fine tweak.
Cover and stuff
Maybe
like that,
make me care about those people who are with me. Because fuck if I don't literally, I do not care about anyone. When Lord Maduro is captured on the end game, on the end stretch, there's a, he's kind of stupid, so he's on fault.
Place myself a little bit further here.
But really, think of that. If they did that, and to be honest, they would be showing, they will be add things to the campaign.
Kind of like a flank.
Because Flashpoint,
but only
it
donor.
does add, but it's literally something apart. And even worse, because if you take a Flashpoint during the main campaign,
Huh?
if your mechs get damaged,
Commando.
you
okay.
can be
Lasers,
fucked. You cannot take on the beginning because you will be literally fucked, and you cannot take more to the end. During the end, if you delay to get the first one, that probably is a tutorial one who will give you the hatchment,
and
it's
preemptive.
literally gonna be too easy for you. So that's kind of the problem. Without adding some flashpoints specific to the campaign, who had a little bit of history, who had a little bit of fluff to the main campaign, they lost a big opportunity. Because, as I said, my major problem with BattleTech, my major big problem with the campaign itself, was it was short. It didn't make me care enough. The only literal character who had a little bit character development was the Aiden Jensen. Because, well, we know his motivation. We do know Kameya motivation, but yeah, it's there. And we're gonna do stuff for her. Sure, she's paying us.
We're gonna have.
And that's the problem.
He does have a lot of like evasion, so
it could be great.
It's gonna be just
for example, that thing, adding exclusive flashpoints to the campaign,
the CT, huh?
give you more an important topic to talk with your characters, random ones, because I do believe most of they have.
And I know we need to be a little bit more careful.
Small plot points
this time, but fuck, why not?
Give that and allow the characters to comment that outside. After you finish that flashpoint, make you run to dialogue options with everyone. Maybe see their perspective on whatever happened. Because that makes they have a little bit of personality. And for fuck's sake, you should have a flashpoint for a character backstory.
Engaging target.
I don't know how it would work. Like, for example, if you're a pirate, your pirate crew starts chasing you down. If you were a soldier, I don't know. Like, mix and match. See what are the combinations who can hook something. For example, your family is betrayed, so you go there and fuck shit up with the guys who kill your family. You were a pirate, your old crew go against you. You're a gladiator, you're invited to do one more match and stuff like that. Or, I don't know, a rival gladiator
don't believe
talking shit about you and you're gonna hunt down because why not? There's so much potential, and that's what pisses me off.
Let's go for half
because,
of the
yeah, the career mode is okay, but let's fucking be honest, BattleTech did better. And the fact is,
solid connection on that one.
Because Rogue Tech
I
did
thought I
better.
would get a
In
CT right now,
1.3, fuck every
but...
single
Are he
mod in
going on the
existence,
fucking radioactive?
aka fuck Rogue Tech. Rogue Tech. I have to say, it may not be worth into a lot because Rogue Tech is a compilation of
literally
mods.
free to
Maybe
me.
I'm wrong because I
Oh,
didn't play Rogue
fuck.
Tech.
I'm
I did play,
Thought I
but
was
I
doing
not
spider.
like do a full campaign or
That doesn't
read
matter.
too
I'm gonna
much
go
about
with
it.
this.
I played
Roger
a
that.
little bit.
I'm gonna miss both.
It's more like a compilation of mods. It's like a mod pack, a giant mod pack, and I'm very good at.
Waiting on you,
But it
Commander.
does depend on a lot of people maintaining their mods up to date. And there is some mods that will not be updated. There's some mods that apologize. There is some mods who
All
didn't
weapons,
were
on go.
updated like very recent. The last update being like 1 month after the game release.
Crit.
more
They
where
will
that came
not
from.
be updated for the new style. And I know all of that
The fact is,
stuff. Then
The
well,
one who does
mods are mods.
when
they shouldn't
we're
be.
shotting is
They
this
aren't
fucker.
officially supported. So
Does not have
fuck
any
off.
evasion, so
That's not our problem. I do get it, and I do understand that thing.
I'm gonna use the
And
other. I'm just gonna
not
go
to say
full
the next
lasers on
XCOM
this time.
didn't do that. XCOM did do that. For example, utilizing
And I'm stupid.
on War of the Chosen, it did break almost every mod, including the cosmetic ones. It did broke a lot.
Okay.
Even when Alien
Sure.
Rulers came out, the armor rule
The
changed, so
Penter's
they
trying
have to do
so
some things.
I need to take care about that.
But the fact was, on XCOM idea,
You are
people
forward.
had a mod
Fuck
support,
beyond belief.
and the mod community was like lively as fuck because there was support from the developer. On
Here
this
you go.
side of the coin, they are encouraged but not supported, and I cannot disagree too much on the reasoning. Although there's two reasons for it. The first one being, like,
Orders.
I don't know if that's a real reason, because this is the reason that I mostly hear on forums and people saying. It's kind of different
Just
to
core the motherfucker.
the real motive. They talk on live streams and things like that, but maybe they just want to be like
Hope we can
cover their
salvage
backs
that.
and they will not say that.
Well,
the reason,
nah.
the forum reason,
okay,
the
it's
people
money.
reason is
It's literally
if
to
they
pay
allow
the-
mods,
the
like if they
expense,
say they
so-
fully support it, if people start to bring the unseen max to the
Here we
game, there would be like
His
people
job is
would be-
just to pay the fucking rent.
you would have like Harmony Code, I think, is the one who make the lawsuit. So they would sue again, more money and stuff
may
like
need
that,
some
and
more
they
time in
don't
the
want to
simulator.
waste
Don't
probably
fucking
on that.
tell me.
And the fact they, as developers said, is they quote the time when they released Shadowrun.
I
Shadowrun
don't
had a
think I can
very
fire
good and very
PPC.
extensive mod interface. It was, for what I heard and for what I said, I never tried myself because I suck at coding or anything like that.
And the only fucking
It
thing I
shows to
fire
be a
is-
very good, very
Yeah.
friendly, like a top mod 2. It was incredible for what they say. For
Good
what
to go.
people, the developers said,
that,
and what
boss?
people mostly did.
CT
Because
the
there is
fucking
still
thing,
community
please.
of people doing mods from all the Shadowrun games. So the fact
Commencing
is,
Alpha
they
Strike.
said it would be too expensive, would take too much time for development. They even told, I
Bang!
maybe
You're
miscoding,
dead.
but they said it took like a year of work or something like
It was
that.
an easy job. Just get some
Just for the
repetition
modding
and
too.
cash.
Maybe I'm miscoding
gonna do the
that
other
or
one.
misremembering. But on one of those, the last live stream Q&A, they kind of point that out. So they
This is
did,
just
what
to
they
put us
did
back
was a
afloat.
smart move. Well, look, things are there. It's not like much difficult to climb the wall to see how the game works. So if you want to mod it, go for it and be happy. But we do not take responsibility, and we're not gonna help you.
I'm gonna
on
do
that
the
one.
other one.
Good luck.
It's good. It's this fast contracts are kind of good
In the end point,
because
fact
now we're gonna
is-
move again. Because
no matter
start
what
without
they
shit
show,
doesn't help.
I don't know if
Maybe we
I'm
try to
like
do
happy
the
with
big
the.
job.
I'm not
But
happy with the
problem is
expansion,
we don't have anything to.
and even with that, I don't know if I'm happy with the fact what they
like,
did.
This is
with
a
the
problem.
expan-
This is a.
Will do with the next expansions, because I know we'll not fully touch on the campaign.
This
Will
is
not
not a
change
bad
how
idea.
the campaign works. Because imagine
Let me
if,
do
for
this
example,
too.
the next one it's urban combat or stuff
It's-
like that.
This too
It could even
pay
go
the bill
deep
for
on
the next
on the
month, so-
campaign. For example, placing a bunch of maps who take place in cities and maybe give you a little bit of a tonnage limitation, and
The
that
small
on
things are
the
good
campaign
to
could be interesting
raise up a little bit of
because
cash. It's easy cash.
Kamea would like be asking you to limit collateral damage, and that would be a little bit of a moral choice, for, quote unquote, if they did that writing right. Could be interesting. The fact they need to destroy, like to cut the directorate out of the planet, but if you destroy too much of the city, there will be nothing else. There will be nothing that you liberate. So, would be an interesting way of moral choices there. Like, and that would be a show a little bit more. Show about the sacrificing Camilla literally said, and she did. Like she
I
sacrificed
don't
lives.
get that. I know what
Future of many
this question
people
is, but I
will
don't get
need to rebuild future of the
Maybe we're
breach,
gonna see
and
some Sid Alpha on
because in the way the
DMing,
campaign shows,
but the
like,
way
nothing
he phrased the
happened.
question
In
on
the end,
Twitter is
Camilla was
not
in
the
the
best.
moral high ground
First base
from
destroyed
beginning to
designated
end.
buildings.
Even if her speech like, "Oh, I did because I won." On the beginning, I did because I want my things back, but after that, I become
Fucking some
like
shit
the super
up and getting
girl
paid.
and decided to
Location
do
confirmed.
because was the right thing. Like, when I heard that,
Moving out.
I said, well,
On my
fuck.
way.
When she began this page, like saying, if she in the end of the fucking thing said, I did that.
Okay, turrets.
no matter
none of
what I
those
said,
got
first speech
armor.
was,
That's good.
I
don't
saw my
remember in
people
the game if
suffering.
they
I
did
saw my
have armor.
friends getting hurt.
Well, they never had
I
armor.
lost
no.
my soldiers and do all of that to build up her to be that
I
thing.
copy.
And in the last scene,
Huh.
show her on the throne. But in the end, the real
Copy
reason
that.
I did it because the
Affirmative.
throne is mine.
Oh,
was
no,
supposed
that
to be mine.
is the
I
building.
did
I'm, like,
because of
stupid.
me. Like,
Sensors
put a
have some-
little bit of a selfish on her. Like, maybe the war put her a little bit equal to her uncle or something like that. Would it be a little bit of
I
an
hear ya.
interesting-ish twist? But in the end, it wasn't.
Oh, let's go,
And
you.
one
Moving
thing,
to position.
fuck the end boss.
So what do we
The
got?
reason I don't know why I can't salvage that king
The
crab.
fire.
Fuck you,
God,
game.
This is gonna be
Fuck you in the ass.
not fun.
I did so fucking much to try to get a thing,
I
and
may need
didn't
some more
got
time in the
one
simulator.
fucking salvage for it. God
Bye.
fucking damn it.
Fire starters.
That out of the way.
Carry flamethrowers. I think that's kind of self-explanatory.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
So they're a
Oh,
nightmare
I have to
deal
say one
with
more thing.
on-
Until we get like most of the mods updated, for example, JK variants, some more weapon mods, like weapons, like
Receiving you.
adding the Star League mod,
Wow.
like there is like equipment
Thank
and
God
enhanced
it's a
Star
PPC
League
and that fucking
edition.
thing can
I
shoot
will
in
not place
God,
my
green
hopes
earth.
higher up to get the Eclipse manufacturing again.
Affirmative.
Like, I already did some basic modding in Darkest Dungeon
was
to
almost.
fix some stuff
That
that I
didn't hit.
like
no, we
it.
didn't.
I will read on the forums if there is in this, if it isn't too much difficult to
Oh, they
update
have more
a
stuff.
mod
Probably
to this.
turrets.
If it isn't,
Normally
maybe I
turrets
try
act
my
on the,
hand at
like,
it.
fourth too.
I probably won't because I'm lazy and fucking stupid. So, but the end thing on that note is, I will not be keeping playing the career mode until there is enough mods to make worth my while. The main reason is career mode is fun and all, but it's a lesser version of the Rogue Tech mod. And there's so much Rogue Tech on YouTube. Go watch someone else. They will be probably better players than I am.
Choose who's a vehicle.
And if I can choose the mods, then I like if there
It's
isn't
a
a
lovely
mod.
PPC.
I know the
you know,
reality machinima
Probably.
already update his
Is that
last
it?
I don't know if
head
it's
injuries.
LRM.
I know we have like
They've got a sense
one
of
mod
luck on me.
or another, but I don't know if, for example, the mod tech already is okay and the
Ooh,
BattleTech
took a heavy
mod
hit
loader
there.
is okay-ish. So we're gonna take a while, maybe
Those
to the
turrets
end of
do
the next
damage.
week when there will be like the end of this playthrough, will
Noted.
be the beginning of the career mode. And spoiler warning, I get
Got
fucked
something you want done?
over. Maybe there are you going to get
Acknowledged.
something if there is like. I'm not asking by much. I'm kind of asking
Throw that
just for
PPC on that fucking
the
thing,
Sterling
please.
enhancement mod. Something who give me Inferno SRMs.
Scored a critical hit.
I don't know. I'm going to be looking forward to what update and what don't. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it. I know this is a kind of very strange like video, and I'm testing this idea of
Commander?
utilizing more than just
Waiting for
gameplay.
orders.
Although I pop it up a little bit of gameplay and
Let's go.
trailers on here and there.
Here.
Now on this video, mostly
I
to
got
the end when
I kind of
ramble.
have a little bit more of an idea what I have.
If anyone who is watching this bullshit, give an opinion if you enjoyed this more.
So
More is a very
it
interesting
is not
choice
a
of words,
turret.
but this
is
little
a
bit
turret,
edit
but
stuff.
We have a fucking.
I'll try to do more. I
two
kind of
turrets.
like start to liking a little
That's
bit.
bad.
Still following the
It's kind
great
of a little
advice
bit
of Gray A under A, and
Yes.
keeping on my bare minimum of stuff, but I enjoy. So in the end,
What a
see you
critical
guys
hit.
later. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike,
for
subscribe if you want. See you in the future, and let's hope BattleTech becomes great
On my way.
because it's kind of okay-ish at best.